That would be my new interest music. I need a new interest music. Anyway, the buffering issues should stop momentarily. Well, while we do, let me switch some things around. How's everybody doing tonight? The actual voice delay wasn't that bad. Um, I think I counted, I believe, only about 6 seconds on my end. So I'm assuming that the problem is with YouTube as usual. This just reinforces my desire to. But even Twitch has its problems. It just seems like YouTube has particular issues that I can't seem to overcome. Okay, so Mike was like 6, Keita was like, I want to say a solid 10 or 12. Wow. So the plan tonight, delay isn't too bad. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming it's a YouTube thing. It may have just been when was playing a little bit off the live stream, mix my new intro music, that it decided to just completely crap out on me. But we do have some. I did have a couple of things planned tonight. I do appreciate you guys coming, especially since we were all looking forward to Mike's stream, but that unfortunately did not get off the ground. Well, it is what it is. Hopefully Mike will be back in good working order very soon. But tonight, if time permits, well, first I have some business I got to do. First things first. I wish I had my camera, but I don't have my camera. If you know that. That's questionable. So here's the thing. Before we do anything, I need to talk to you guys about Orwell 2. Because my intention was to come back and stream Orwell 2 once I figured out what happened. But after replaying the game, that was literally it. Like, the game, that's how the game ended. It ended with suicide, with no clear resolution to any of the storylines that it set up. And I apologize if you're knocking around in the background. My neighbor's dogs upstairs are huge, and they don't have a lot of room to run around. So they tend to take it out on each other. But yeah. So yeah, absolutely right. That was it. And I don't even know what to say. I am shocked and appalled. I wish that I would have played Orwell Season 1 for you guys. Much better overall game. E-harassed it for I have to E-harassed it for 3 hours. I expected deeper resolution into the story, the politics of the world, maybe getting into what The Office had to do with Season 1, the integration of that story into what we were doing. There were so many different ways that they could have taken it, and it looks like it was all building up to. But it literally crapped the bed. Katie, I appreciate you showing up regardless. Thanks for showing up. I see you there. But yeah, my eternal problem, and I will be talking about this more when I do a worst games of 2018 list, because it will be coming out this year. And Orwell Season 2 will be on the list. You have... It's a text doubled up or something. I can't tell. Not from my end. No, it looks normal to me. It looks normal to me in the stream window. It may be, I don't know how it is on your end. Buffering is getting to me a bit. Okay, don't worry. We got, I think I know what it is. And of course I have backup plans. Hold on. Let me just close that and see what happens. That'll probably clear everything up. Like, I'm over here trying to fix buffering issues and ran at the same time. So I may not be able to stream 80 days, but that's not the point here. The point here is that the second layer is slightly off. No, well, the thing is, according to my preview stream, both in OBS and the one I'm looking at on my tablet, it looks fine. Like, I don't see a doubled up anything. It looks completely clear to me. I don't know. Yeah, the game is just, I want to actually finish this rant, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Just got to look close enough. It's like I'm going to hurt my face looking like at this. Professional streamer. You jinxed it, yeah. And now we got double layering and buffering issues and all this shit. Thank you very much, Try. So here's what we're going to do. Since Try jinxed my stream. I'm going to... Yeah, so okay, now I'm getting green across the board, so let me not listen to Try, otherwise we'll be here all day. The point I'm trying to get into is that Orwell Season 2 sucks! That it was... No, it's not going for that witch rave effect. No, I'm not, but I don't... I'll tinker around with this. I see what you're talking about a little bit, just the background of it. But you're interrupting me from saying that the point I'm trying to make is that Orwell Season 2 sucks. That's the point. That it was an amazing game in the Season 1. It did so many things well. And it just so completely dropped the ball that I am outraged and disturbed. So, there are two ways we can go about tonight's stream. I can keep ranting, and I kind of want to. Or, I can find a game that I can actually stream, because apparently it's not going to let me do 80 days. Which is a shame. Because 80 days is actually kind of fun. I was looking forward to that, but... I do have contingencies and backups just in case. I am not a man without a plan. At least, that's what I tell people. You can stream the game and rant about it. I am so mad. I don't even want to go back to Orwell 2. Just such a waste. Such a waste of a great idea. Like, Try, we talked about it during the stream, Try. We talked about the integration of Season 1 and 2 and how they tried to align the actions of both the investigator and your actions from Season 1 to Season 2 and how those actions kind of rolled over. And I don't even know what I just clicked. Let me exit out of that. Try, don't leave me out on a limb here. You know what we talked about. No. I never even remember playing a scene in the first season. So, instead of my backup plan, how about we play Season 1? That should be, as long as I was going on Season 2, that should be a full stream, especially since I know what I'm doing. Thank you, Katie. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, I think that's what we're gonna do. Forget my original plan. My original plan was to play indie RPG, but nope. We are not going to do that. Let me change this title. We're gonna do season 1. Hold on, it's gonna take me a minute to adjust just a little bit here. Back to stream excuse. We're all on the move again. That's just the way life works, man. We're like streaming nomads, wandering from stream to stream. And let me do game capture. But yeah, just so you can see the difference in quality of game, let me show you the superior game here. If it loads. So yeah, originally what I was going to do is I was going to play 80 Days because that's a nice chill game. Then when that was kind of having some issues, I was like, you know what, let me check. I know an indie RPG I've been meaning to play. Let me pull that up. But no. So you can understand my frustration. I will play for you Orwell Season 1. Alright, I'm not gonna... So... Okay, yeah, the delay is not bad at all. I'm still in green. We're gonna go. So this is the setup for season 1. As you can see, I've been playing it extensively. But, let's set up a new profile. Well. Alright, new profile so I can show you guys this game. This game was brilliant. Season 1 was one of the games of 2016, along with Redacted Life, Valhalla, so many other great games. And how they butchered it in season 2 just shocks me. You're gonna make it fill the window? Yeah, hold on. I'm not done ranting yet. Hold on, I'm switching. Fine. Y'all won't even let me rant. Alright. Hold on. So, crap, what was the name? We were saying that I needed to name him something. The main character something in the last stream, and I forgot. Somebody remind me what the characters, what we were gonna... Yeah, I could rant at the same time, thank you. Somebody remind me what the character was supposed to originally be named in season 2 before I forgot, because I completely forgot. Let me make sure that my settings are still... Yep, still Gucci. That's nice. Daddy hands, what? Rain tries character to life. Yeah. Daddy. We're not calling him Daddy Hands. We got a profile picture going. It's just this random old man. Absolutely random. Very nice. Your nickname for Doki Doki Literature Club was Daddy Hands. We're gonna go with Snowden. Yeah, and see, this is my biggest problem with YouTube, if I may. Just take a moment and rant a little bit more. My biggest problem with YouTube is that because it doubles up, it will warn you of stream health being bad when it's not like it. My stream health is in the red right now. But looking at the preview is perfectly fine. Like I'm looking at it in the YouTube window. What the fuck? Katie, you enjoy your rest. Thank you for dropping by the stream. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm calm. I'm relaxed. Kind of a longer delay. Streaming health has diabetes. Has the diabetes. But yeah, it's like, it's my stream health is endearing. Okay, so be diligent. Your work has severe impact. Please agree to the following terms. I'm aware that my action may severely impact the lives of the citizens of the nation. I will work thoroughly and judge objectively to the best of my belief. While working, I will adhere to the laws and jurisdiction of the nation. So, yeah, let them set it up. It drank the resolution for me, but I think it's 7 p.m. where I am, so it's like peak traffic time. Yeah, same here. Let's see how it does on this cut screen. No, it's still holding up pretty well, at least for my preview. Yeah, I much prefer this to the ominous voice we got in the last game. Who do we have here? Got the security cameras. Oh, wow. And now we have a terrorist attack. And yeah. Animation doesn't want to load. I can't see because Buffy. Maybe they're like, screw this source. Basically, yeah. Damn. Let me give it a second to catch up. Yeah, this one was probably my stream. I'm not even going to deny it at that point. That one was probably me. Animation, anything like that, it just completely loses its mind. Yeah. Great. It looks like we're caught up now. So basically all I have to do is upgrade my computer. That's what I'll be getting myself a few things for Christmas this year. New computer or new computer parts, one or the other. But if it's a CPU issue, I might as well just go ahead and upgrade the whole set. I don't know. We'll see. Well, that and a PS4 before my coworkers kill me. Literally, all my coworkers have PS4s, and they all found out that I was thinking about getting an Xbox. So it's been interesting. Well, the thing is, it works for the most part. It's just when it has to do more than it's used to doing, then it gets crazy. But we will persevere nevertheless. But yeah, by the end of the year, the rig should be where I need it to be to stream consistently without a lot of stuff breaking, which is good because I want to play Thronebreaker for you guys, the new Witcher RPG. I can't do that with my current system because of reasons. Yeah, I'll send you the logs from this one too. And we'll just narrow down the possibilities. Let it not be said that I'm a man who do not want to work. So, okay, here's what happened. More or less. Well, I'll let... Just want to see everybody's log today. Well, that's why he's the streaming professional amongst us. He is the... We are students. He is the master. They really should pay the man. But I think we're good now, so I'll let Symes explain what the hell is going on. You're online. Good. Call me Symes. I will be your advisor on Orwell. Together we will form both the first and last line of defense against terrorism. For this test phase, you are one of the first people to try out the Orwell system under real circumstances, selected from thousands of applicants from across the globe. Normally, congratulations would be in order, but as you can see from that footage, there has been an incident. So, let's get started. I've activated the reader tool for you. Its purpose is storing bookmarks to online websites and documents for easy access, and to highlight when there is new information to be investigated. First, I want you to be informed on the situation. Our leading newspaper, the National Beholder, will bring you up to speed. Alright. It's a log. It's a log. It's a big. It's heavy. It's wood. I'm just gonna sing until I see that the stream's cut off. It's a log. It's a log. It's better than bad. It's good. I'm sorry for subjecting you to all of that. Okay, so here's basically what happened. I needed something to fill the time, Try. Don't judge me. Do not judge my singing. No, I didn't get the... No, I didn't get the reference. I just needed to fill time. Feel free to browse the National Beholder. I've activated the profiler. Open the unknown person file once you're done. So here's what happened. Hey, I can bust it out every now and then. I didn't say it was pretty. Alright, it's like, yeah. You know what? I'm not singing for you guys anymore. So here's what happened. Bomb obliterates the Freedom Memorial and kills 3. In the animation, security cameras, which were already set up, we're watching the Freedom Memorial in Bonn, which is the capital of the nation, the eponymous nation. And we caught track of one person leaving that the system recognized was a criminal record. Then the explosion happened. Detonation destroys the Freedom Memorial in Bonn. 3 people killed, 5 severely injured. So, here's the key part. Experts believe the attack was an act of terror, with police confirming that the explosive devices were homemade and triggered from a short distance away using a cell phone signal. Police reports also confirmed that several hours earlier, an anonymous letter containing the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song Der Gedanken sind frei, the Fawcett 3, has reached local authorities. Prime Minister Blame immediately issued a public press statement firmly condemning the assault and put the nation on high alert until the perpetrators have been brought to justice. AKA the slideshow. Basically, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Hello, I swallow. Yeah, I'm not even. Nah, bro. Change your name or get booted. Those are your options. So, There is a terrorist attack. My brain works when it allows me to. But yeah, so there was a terrorist attack. Some kind of German folk song is involved. And now we, as a part of the Orwell system, have to figure out who's responsible. The profiler holds all known information on those we investigate. The file you have opened is for our main suspect, the blue-haired woman from that the CCTV footage shows before the assault is no stranger to the police. Take a look at her arrest record. Here we go. Cassandra Watergate. The highlighted elements is in the record are pieces of data that are able to be extracted. We call these elements data chunks. Hovering over data chunks will reveal their relevance to the case and any connections or information they may influence. Drag and drop all data chunks from the police database into a profile to upload them to our servers. So we'll start with the name. The picture. And this is Cassandra. Suspect was arrested on site after Officer Franklin had been struck by an unknown object. Very good. Pictures and names are crucial information for Orwell to identify a person. Information and documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. Add the reason for Ms. Watergate's prior arrest that has just been unlocked. We will need this info to progress. Assault on a police officer. So she's already a violent person. I see. Good. With the data you extracted from the police record, a new document can now be assessed. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in coincidence? I do not. Find data revealing where she attacked the police officer, and you will see what I mean. Is this woman a terrorist? The case that keeps the media and public guessing. Cassandra W., pictured above, who had allegedly injured a police officer severely 2 weeks ago, is still being held in police custody. The young woman is accused of having hit the victim's head with a large brick. The incident occurred during a rampage at Freedom Plaza, so she was there before. No. To answer your question, Mike, time does not pass quite like that. There is going to be a section in Chapter 3 where our uploads are going to be vital to the timing of an event, but it's not like we're timed on it like last time. The exact same location as the assault. Then she turns up there right before the explosion. Surely not a coincidence. As you know, Ms. Watergate is still running around freely. We should find out why. We should also gather more background information on her. I want to know who we're really dealing with. So as we'll find out, we're going to do some digging. Oh yes, one who does street art by blowing memorials to pieces by any chance? I want to say, Symes, if you look at the sprite art of Mike in Discord, there's an uncanny similarity between Symes and Mike. I'm not saying that makes Mike a fascist, but I'm calling it uncanny. Great. You have found another document. Before we go on, let's clarify your job and how it affects mine, shall we? You have extracted all the info I already knew about Ms. Watergate. Starting now, I'm going into this case blind. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates that investigators like yourself are the only ones allowed to access the documents of target persons. Advisors like me only get to see the data provided by the investigators. We will then draw conclusions and request action. Your primary job is to provide information you deem important. Never give away incorrect or misleading data. You may hit disable on a data chunk you do not want to pass on to Orwell. However, some data chunks might be necessary to progress on the case. So, that's some shade. I'm just saying, am I wrong though? Was I wrong, Keita? So, for those who weren't around when I streamed Season 2, the basics of it is that we're going to be using the system to dig through the internet, dig through the public and private digital lives of suspects to stop threats to the nation. Unlike in season 2, where we were kind of devising the threat as we went, and you can see the previous streams for that. In this one, there is a legitimate threat. There was a bombing. We have to try and catch the terrorists who are responsible. And this is Pargesian. We saw a little bit about that last time too. And this is 100 Gray Shadows. After a lengthy shoot in the hills of Botan, self-proclaimed visionary director Mishi Aran announced that filming of his eagerly awaited romantic drama 100 Gray Shadows has finally come to an end. Announced via his time-lapse profile. Oh wow. We're going to... One production hand was reported to say that these sparks were getting out of control, and that completion of any scene featuring both actors was nothing short of pulling teeth. Wow. So let's go and search out a little bit more about Cassandra. Now, this is where it kind of gets interesting. Since we're not trying to set anybody up, we have to go by the information as we see it. We have to kind of be the judge. Orwell doesn't know what to look for. So, like, it's saying, oh, their location is in Wonderland, right above the rainbow. If we upload that, that's not going to get us any information about it. We need our actual address. But her UTEL account, we can use. So we judge the information, we actually investigate, and we put together the data we need to try and find what's going on. Good, you found a chat handle. This will allow us to overhear any conversation on that account. The listener has been unlocked. New conversations will appear whenever they are started. So, my beloved furball Kiko. Of course she's a weeb. The businessman's forgotten daughter. This could help. Is that a reference to what I think it is? Certainly not. What are you talking about, Mike? In a relationship, we can use that. And we'll include the stuff about her previous job because that will cause Orwell to look for her employment history. Interesting. We should find out where that job was. Something's going on in the listener. Unlike this one, I don't believe this one had, well, this is just a chat session. I don't believe this one had any actual voice acting. So we're going to keep working and let that one upload. Actually, I think what we need is here. So yeah, she did. Mike, you're seeing things. Joseph Langley. Very good. We can use that. You now have a profile for that related person. It can be accessed via the profiler. Data chunks will only appear for targeted persons and can only be extracted into their relevant profiles. Yeah. But this is what I liked about like the original. There is a threat. The machine's the machine. Its job is just to collect data. It can't make the call for you. You have to make the call. Big Pharma. Okay, this could be a reference to her previous job. Let's upload that. Good, we've unlocked some stuff. Watergate, Farm Entrepreneurs. That does ring a bell. Watergate Pharmaceuticals. Very nice. Her dad, her mom, and look, there she is. This should unlock her family as well. Oh, now see, keeping it a family affair. And her previous. We'll include her previous title as well. I guess that way everything stays in the family. Being an artist and a junior CEO seems quite odd. She also mentioned she had quit a dull job, didn't she? Documents that you have already viewed may be updated from time to time as events unfold. The reader will notify you when this happens. National Beholder just published a new article. You may want to take a look and see if there's any new information available. Joseph Langley. Click out of that. Go to his profile. Orwell informs you just encountered conflicted data chunks. Whenever the content of two data chunks are at odds with one another, those will be shown as conflicted. When you extract one of the data chunks containing a conflict, the other will become invalid immediately. I highly recommend that you clarify the context of the conflict before you proceed, though this is your decision. Once the information has been parsed, there's no way to reverse your choice. Now, okay, so here's the first issue. Let me get back to my rant on Orwell Season 2. Orwell Season 2 subverted this mechanic. This was actually a very important mechanic because it put a lot of the emphasis on you to make good decisions about what you were doing in your case. Orwell Season 2 subverted that so that all you had was conflicting data chunks. You had to upload it anyway because it was trying to make a point about the government being corrupt. So it's a really smart idea. We're gonna go with, it was a really smart idea that they intentionally subverted for no good damn reason. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just, I may have to actually legitimately do a written review on it. I could rant on Season 2 all day. It just, so much good, and they found a way to ruin it. But yeah, so right now we got two conflicting data chunks, and this will determine what Orwell will look for in terms of this case and how it will view Cassandra. With the case being closed due to lack of evidence suggests that she's innocent. Like, that the lawyer was able to find something on her, something for her to use in her defense. The wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcome in her favor, suggests that she's guilty and just so happens to be a rich girl. So. Now it's buffering, because of course it is. Good grief. Cooperate, stream, damn you. Crime rate continues to drop. We'll be meeting her later, the Minister of Security. This is the safety bill. So the safety bill allows for like everything you saw in Orwell, plus the security cameras and all the extra stuff. It'll be the main issue here. The Project's peacekeeping mission, which was an issue in Season 2. Let's back out. Well, actually, we could probably use this picture. Is that actually the same person? Believe it or not. Yeah. Yeah, my stream is just getting back to fine too. I think it was just on my end. Or maybe I was wrong, and nothing stays in the family. Ouch. The problem meant what she said about quitting her job. Good. Alright. So what we're going to do is go back. Let's resolve this data chunk here. Where is it? Yeah. No issues, good. Yeah, and it's back to green for me. YouTube's interface annoys me. We'll do with the case being closed due to lack of evidence. We'll do that. This is actually what I figured. A pity that the CCTV feed did not actually help. Maybe it will today. Currently, I'm thinking that our Miss Watergate underwent quite a radical change, don't you agree? Let's find out what happened in between these two lives of hers. What may have caused this radical shift. Now, if you would have went the other way about it, Symes probably would have had you focus more on her family protecting her, rather than whatever happened between the junior CEO that was the heir apparent to a pharmaceutical empire and the blue-haired chick that may have blown up a building or whatever that was. It's not just a difference in hair color, it's a difference in attitude. Like, clearly these are two different, same person, but two different personalities. We'll include her birthday. Let's go down. This is her talking about quitting her job. Opposes the government vehemently, to put it nicely. Broken friendship. This is conflicting with something we don't see yet. But clearly they're having some kind of issue. She's in a relationship with Mr. Langley. Let's include that. With her lawyer. Might be noteworthy. Yeah, we can use that. She's gonna come in there. These two are gonna come into play later. Here we go. This is them inviting them to their group. This should give us some more data. An alias name. You know people on the web. So many names, so many identities. It's always good to record every alias. Then we can match data chunks to target persons whenever they are using them. Favorite people. Keita, you know what Simon is trying to say. An activist group. Is there anything more specific? Got something. Let's let that upload, see if anything is in the reader. We should probably upload her current feelings on the government as well. Well, Miss Watergate, we aren't too fond of you either. Yeah, so that's. Oh, I'm sorry. I still get a kick that the Prime Minister looks like Ed Balls. Ed Balls is this British politician. He looks like a cross between Ed Balls and Boris Johnson. Arthur Scott Gallagher. It's Catherine Delacroix, the Security Secretary. Ooh, like she's a piece of work. Like when we get to her part in the game, that's going to be something. And Faulkner just looks like Chief. Well, hold on. Did you hear about the Freedom Plaza bombing? Yeah, don't remind me. You know I have a history with that place. Already fucking me up enough that I have to catch a bus from there every day. Too many bad memories. Yeah, this is important. Meaning her presence there before the bombing could be coincidence after all. I reserve my thoughts until you find more evidence. And this is the key. This is what Orwell Season 2 missed completely. By trying to make the government just seem like bad guys. Reasonable doubt. Using the information for more than just framing people for murder, which is the thing that actually happened. Alright, we found something. An activist group called Thought. Interesting. Maybe this is what influenced her. And who is this Goldfells? We should find out something that shows her current attitude and see if we're following the right person. Looks like we're in the middle of a lover's quarrel. Looks like she's on some kind of antidepressant. Excuse me. Well, Keita goes around that stone cold look all the time. She's just expected from everybody now. We'll include her medical condition as well. If we decide to arrest her, that will play a role. What's this measuring? Can you look that up for me, please? So the thought have a website, but let's go back to the family website. Here you go, Methrin, an antidepressant. She might be emotionally unstable if she's relying on this medication. Looking at what you've extracted so far, we're dealing with a potentially dangerous personality. I'll indicate that to law enforcement, see? Yeah, so what you're finding, it decides on how law enforcement deals with the suspect once we've built a case. Which is, again, something they removed from season 2. Now, let's find this Goldfels. Private article. Okay, so here's Cassandra under her nickname or her alias. Probably all know me as either that blue-haired punk bitch, stupid god. What? Language, Cassandra, language. What would your family say? Conflicting data chunk. Abraham. Okay, so here's Goldfels. That German folk song. I can't do that yet. Can't go there yet either. Alright, fine. We need to... Finally someone who had the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is. There are still thousands of cameras pointing to a target, and the big bang still happens. I haven't laughed like this in ages. When I'm in Stella Crow, what now? Really, Kathy? You're laughing at people being killed? Are you out of your mind? Kind of. So, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So we have a conflicting data chunk. She says that originally they were there because they wanted peaceful protests and they're against violence. But here, she's celebrating people dying. So, this will influence her profile and also how the media frames this thought group. Are they a violent revolutionary front, or are they peaceful? I'm going to think about that for a second and see what other information I can glean here. Personally, I personally think the game works out better if you frame them as relatively peaceful, because it corners the suspect. And I'm not going to get into the actual suspects yet, but it corners them into making them try and prove who they are. And that's where it gets kind of interesting. But for this stream, you also got to keep in mind that she could just be she uploaded this after arguing with her boyfriend, so this could be her way of blowing off steam and not actually in a minute of guilt. But it's also important that we build a case against her. We need a case against her for later in the game, because once we get closer to the true suspects, she will be a relatively important witness. I think I'll go with this. Her current feelings. I know she's speaking out of emotion, but at the same time, we're gonna kind of need that leverage, because while she didn't do it, her data and her information will become valuable to finding the ones who did. And that's one of the things I like about this game. Like, she is a witness to what we're looking for. She just doesn't know it. It's her data that shows us what we need. So we are going to upload her blowing off steam, and that should give us the ammo we need. I suspected as much. Seems like we're looking at the right person. Alright. What we found so far is good and interesting, but I think we should be searching for something a little more concrete. We have to dig deeper. Miss Carrington. She should be prosecuted for that profile pic alone. Thank you. Finally. Try for President 2020. Let's make this happen. Your profile pic will determine your legal status. Let's go. Yeah. This is her friend Juliet telling her what we know as a fact is like you shouldn't post that kind of stupid crap on the internet when the government's watching you. Yeah, I just had to let off steam. Yeah. Let's let this play out. Now I 2024. Wow. Now that's an admittance of guilt if I've ever heard one. Who knows what would have happened if you hadn't stopped him. This is why you should remove the post. I feel like an asshole, the worst kind of asshole. I'm not innocent. Oh, Cassie. Nobody's innocent. Okay, so we got some valuable information here. Now here's where it gets interesting, at least for me. If we go with her admitting guilt, that ends the tree, the evidence tree. At least for the moment. And we completely focus on her, more than likely using her admittance to bring her in. Or we could use her friend's admittance of what she did. She becomes an accessory to attacking a police officer. And we open up her profile for the profiler. She is an emotional young woman, okay? She just feels really bad right now. She's trying to let off steam. So it becomes a game of the short-term game and the long-term game. Do we just want to get her off the street? We could pin her with her previous conviction. Well, I mean, the case was dismissed, but we could pin her on the previous charge. We could possibly pin the bombing on her with her admitting guilt of attacking a police officer. Or we can open up the data stream a little bit more, get more evidence, and we still have that in our back pocket. We are gonna do this because Juliet Carrington will come in handy. What? Where did that come from now? This is perfect. We can arrest her and open the investigation again. See, however, we probably won't be able to hold her for long if it really happened in defense of this Juliet. Very good work. The intervention team is already on its way. We need to wait for confirmation. In Ms. Watergate's case, it's not a problem to get her addressed with the help of local police due to her former record. See, they're going in for her. And that also, if I'm correct, yep, Harrison O'Donnell and Juliet Carrington. So all those are opened up. Let's tune in to the chat. This is the naughty guy. Wait a second, someone's at the door. I love this. I love this part. She's been snatched. I'll inquire if all went well with arresting Miss Watergate. You did a good job in any case. Although we have no proof she is involved in the bombing, we might be able to question her. Despite acting in defense of this Juliet, she seems to be quite unstable and a threat. Okay, just received confirmation that she is now in custody. Very good work indeed. I'm curious about this thought group, though. Whether they... Oh, God. No, no, no. Oh, crap. There's been another bombing. Take a look at the news. Explosion at Stelligan University. That is horrible. 2 dead, similar approach, same letter found. So these assaults are connected. And as if that wasn't enough, Ms. Watergate was in custody at the time, so that's her out of the picture, at least for this attack. This complicates matters massively. So much for our simple test case. I need to speak to my superiors, see how we are to proceed given these extenuating circumstances. You did good today. You can log off and get some rest by clicking the button on the top right of the desktop. Try to get some sleep. I have a feeling the next few days are going to be trying, at best. So, that's the first day in. Rated M, well, keto. So we have another bombing. Cassandra was in custody. She was snatched. But I really love that moment where she was trying to chat with her friend, and her friend just disappears. That's just really simple, really subtle, really effective. You know, something Season 2 screws up! But we're gonna go on to day 2. We have a terrorist campaign to stop. Kita! What are you watching out there? I thought you were I thought you were one of the good ones too. Welcome back. I hope you don't mind if we get started right away. Started right away? We have a ton of work ahead of us. Forgot that question mark. I met with my superiors and they wish to continue with the test case. They believe they had the capability of Orwell to handle this. Oh, and you of course. My superiors agree with me. Based on the information you have already extracted, the activist group known as Thought is worth investigating. It seems that this Goldfeld is an important member of Thought, so we now have clearance to consider them as a target person. Now that Goldfeld is a target person, there may be new data chunks available in documents you have already accessed. Don't forget to go back and recheck your sources. So now we got Goldfeld is now the main target. Here's Julia's arrest. I love this. Charge of assaulting a police officer reconsideration. Arresting officer redacted. Order facility redacted. Suspect was arrested in her flat. She willingly opened the door, cooperated with the arresting officer after having the warrant announced and her rights read to her. So she didn't put up a fight. That's good. Presumably, if we put in different information, they would have possibly went in guns blazing or something like that. So that'll come in handy. Ooh, connection. So we have 2 bombings. Yeah, nothing new there. Alright. Let's look into this Goldfeld. This is a fair point. This is a fair point, young man. Let's get our investigation going. The letter. We are right, it seems. This should open up his immigration records, hopefully. An immigrant? No, not yet. Creator of the blog. The Thought. An activist group with the same name as his blog. If Goldfeld is the one who created the blog, perhaps he founded or even was the leader of the activist group. Open up something else. I'll just read this. After 1.5 years recruiting 2 of my students and arranging 3 demonstrations like one held at Freedom Plaza, I feel obligated to ask myself where we stand. Have we reached our goal? What has been sacrificed along the way? In short, are we true to the initial goal that formed the group? Frankly and sadly, the answer is the latter. The answer to the latter is a resounding no. We let ourselves be consumed by anger and hatred towards those we thought to do us wrong. Thoughts are free, but that does in no way mean that we can attack, and do whatever they wish. Instead of blaming others, I now see my high aims might as well be the cause for all the events of the past months. More than anyone else have thought, I feel responsible. As a consequence, I will halt my active engagement in the group. I firmly believe it shall be for the better of everyone involved, especially my students from Stelligan. Alright, let's upload all of this. Welcome back, Maddie. 3 demonstrations. More interesting might be that 2 students seem to be involved. What now, Stelligan? Same Stelligan where a bomb just exploded? You know what I think about coincidences. I won't repeat it. So far, the evidence suggests that Goldfels was a prominent lecturer at Stelligan, and some of his students became involved in thought. Did he, recruit them for his cause? We need to identify these students, see who else is involved with the group. Let's see what's going on in the listener. Oh, he doesn't know that she's going yet. We'll leave that alone, let that do. Let's look at these conflicting data chunks. Reacts with hatred and anger about troubled paths of thought. Feels responsible for troubled past. So, records register at the Ministry of Truth. So we could do hinted at a troubled path of thought, or reacts with hatred and anger at troubled paths of thought. It's not much of a difference, but it's enough. One gets us basically nothing. The other gives us it lets the machine knows that the path of thought needs to be investigated. So let's see here. Stelligan University. Suspect arrested. That'd be Cassandra. Okay, and I think he just figured out that his girlfriend is missing. Let me upload the dang it. Let's upload this. A troubled past. We will have to get to the bottom of this. And we'll do this one as well. That can come in handy. Whatever active engagement means. Still an interesting fact. Now let's go to Stelligan. Knowledge, science, wisdom, and sometimes I'll remain silent. How many people died in that attack? So they're closed for the time being. 2 dead. So we gotta hurry up. So here's the website for Stelligan. Here we are. Abraham Goldfels. You know how it is, Mike. Wait a minute, you're not responding? What the hell's going on? Where are you? Respond to your text messages like a normal person. Abraham it is. Well done. Did you notice the bombing location seems to be closely connected to thought members? There could be a pattern emerging. Thought has held 3 demonstrations, yet there have only been 2 bombings, which might imply. Well, it's definitely a shot in the dark, but we absolutely need to do everything we can to prevent another attack. Take a close look at the paths of each member with thought. Find out the locations of all demos they have held. That might yield a hint. So, there's definitely going to be a 3rd bombing somewhere. We need to find the location. Let's get this in here. That could lead to some stuff. Or to get her to sign a petition. Yeah, that could have been it, but more realistically, it's the government being evil. Well, what do you say to that? He literally wrote the book. I will be right back. Hold on, everybody. Sorry, I had to get a quick drink of water. We're back now. I need to dust behind my desk as well. I just got up and I had picked up something that dropped behind my desk, and it's literally, it just needs dusting. That's all I'm saying. Where were we? Member of an ethical Congress. Just the average run-of-the-mill terrorist trait. Wow, that's a whole lot of information about this Goldfields. Yet only one of the page could be indexed. Very strange indeed. I think the next course of action should be to look for the other people of this stock group, like the students he mentioned. We'll include their report as well. Although I'm pretty sure report is in German. Internal, Stelligan, University class attendee list. Let's go through these. Should be, he was a media teacher, so it should be, we need to find his class. See, Goldfields, here we are. Troy, Ali, Tom Andrews, Lamont Becker failed, Timothy Cannon, Gene Carr, Cook, Cassandra Call, Fort Brennan, David Frank, Willie Hampton, Stella Hayes, Dorothy Hill, Juliet Carrington. Well, well. Mike isn't quite that important. We have seen his name before, haven't we? Right. She was a friend of Miss Watergate. Now it also appears she was a student of Abraham Goldfells. I think that's enough to warrant a report. Give me a few minutes. Alright, we have authorization to investigate Miss Carrington. That opens up her as a targeted person. And let's include Harrison O'Donnell as well. Harrison O'Donnell. Yes, we've seen that name in connection to Miss Watergate. I'll report this right away. We have been authorized to consider Harrison O'Donnell a target person. Now there's some more work for you. Congrats. Harrison and Juliet. Those must be Abraham Goldfield students within thought. Well done. So the net is starting to grow out a little bit here. So the net opened up some more data. Start with Juliet. Not enough. Just a straight up failed. Yeah. At some point he just kicks you like, okay, you're not worth it anymore. Be gone. Rosentech will include her place of residence. That can come in handy. And her birthday. Scroll down a bit. That is... Wow, that picture is... I've got nothing. More work for you. Yeah, we get extra efforts on behalf of... We get extra work on behalf of the state, so it's our reward. I'm talking about muffins. This light's going out. No, that's ridiculous. Okay, we're including that. Recently increased political involvement. Rick didn't. First Miss Watergate, now her. Is there some sort of brainwashing going on? Let's go back up to our family. Because this will get us some information as well. Now this is where it gets funny to me. A man walks into a bar and meets the girl of his dreams. They marry, settle down, and have 4 daughters. What may sound like the beginning of a cheap joke or some kind of Pulp Fiction is in fact a fairy tale come true. 1985, the first daughter form. This is April, who is the headmistress of Fairview Academy. This is May, who is a giant weeb and fashion designer. And then there's June, who is an engineer. And then there's Juliet, the musician. The only thing we really need to take from this is her birthday. Her parents. She decided to end her band career once she was single again. Huh. We'll have to dig into that a little bit more. But since it conflicts, we'll hold off on that for now. Let's see... Oh, Rosentech opened up. These are, as we'll find out later, these guys are very important to us. They're basically like the Google of this world, and even that says quite a lot. See, there she is. This gives us her telephone number. We can patch into that. Did it go in? No, it gave me her freaking picture. That's not what I need. I need the number. Favorite fruit, mashed potatoes. Well, it's either that or the banana nut muffins, man. You gotta choose one. Good work. The listener will also track incoming and outgoing telephone calls and the numbers you have added. Alright. Did this have voice acting? I don't think it had voice acting. Yeah, no, it didn't. We'll let that record while we build our profile on Mr. O'Donnell. Interesting. He's cleaned up his social media recently. Do we have something to hide then, Mr. O'Donnell? I would think so. Well, well, look at the lovebirds. Now there is a slight discrepancy. according to this, that she is currently single. Which... I mean, hell, a nice steak and potato sounds good. I can't just imagine listing potato. That's my favorite food. I mean, yeah, the potatoes by themselves aren't... I mean, I had salmon and scalloped potatoes for dinner today with a nice asparagus blend. I wouldn't just say, oh, my favorite food, and that was the asparagus. Or just the banana nut muffin, even then. I have... Okay, this is her mom. What is her mom saying? She lives with her parents. Yeah. Let's add to her profile. This is her mom being a mom. Now to find her parents' address. Mom, I won't die. Victor Rosen is her boss. Should give us some information there. Let's see. The address to them. Malacourt. Huh, funny. That's right around the corner from where I live. Let's dig around a little bit more here. Easily jealous. Very nice. How are any... I wouldn't hire any of these people, especially with their favorite food choices. How are any of the... I don't know. It's a parallel world. It's a strange time we live in. Okay, this was last year. There's no evidence that they're in a relationship right now, though, so... We are going to... She decided... Yeah, we're going to say that she was... We're going to include the breakup here, because that's important information, apparently. Yeah, and unlocked something, hey! So it was important information. I'm a bloody prophet. We'll let that upload. What on earth? Wait, what the actual... The moment you open that dot, malicious code injection was detected in Orwell. We've had 47 attack warnings and still counting. What the hell is on that site? Somebody hacked the site. So this is their band of targets. We are the track you are ashamed of in your fine-tuned playlist. The unexplainable gap in your seemingly flawless CV. Your drunken selfie in your timeline profile. The porn movie found on your work computer. You cannot avoid us because we are you. We are the targets. Wow. Edgy. Liking banana nut muffins disqualifies you from the position. Wow, you guys are harsh on the muffin thing. I mean, I prefer blueberry as well, but you know, Jesus, guys. Oh, that's quite an ego we got there, haven't we? That's Juliet. Oh, we'll need this. One of her aliases. Hopefully it'll actually upload the alias and not just the picture. Because she could be using that. See, gigs. And he quit. We'll include that. The infection was very mild, I think. We didn't. The system is strong enough to withstand it. It seems to be more of an attack on the website than on us. That's Cassandra. So she's the one organizing it. So the data check is saying that she planned it, but it conflicts with something else that we haven't found yet. Alright. Albums. With more and more poverty in the streets, it's about time for the capitalists to finally recognize them as a viable target group. It's time for an advertisement for the poor. Out now. Very nice. That cyber attack, yeah. Huh. I don't remember whether or not this played anything. Hold on. Well, that was crap. We're gonna keep going. Look at these track names. Exposed. Advertisement for the poor. Nosebleed. Sick. Overcome. How you live. Strip to the core. Pipe dreams. Go home. You're drunk. Album is out now at any damn good music store. The physical ones. Screw streaming. Jesus. These guys. Huh. Now this we can use. Excellent. You will not have access to any emails coming in or out of this account. Okay, we'll need that. Not so uncommon in a relationship, is it? This is them. She's talking to Joseph. Private is my default setting. After all, I am a lawyer. This is pretentious and stupid. No, Cassandra, it's not the lawyer. It's the dumbass machine. Well, let me not say it like that. Joseph, I'm sorry, Freedom Plaza was organized by thought, but Harrison did the planning for it. So she says that Harrison did the planning. But I can go back to this data chunk. Here we go. Cassandra says that she did the planning for it. Now, this protocol, this is so realistic. Keto, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by realistic? Like good realistic or what the hell? This is too personal. Please get the government off my computer. Now, using my future sight of having played this game a couple of times now, I know who did it. But in order to unlock what we need to unlock, this is the data chunk we need. So we will be uploading Julia Carrington as the one who planned it. So the Freedom Plaza demonstration was one of Thought's protests. Not immensely surprising. One down, 2 more protest locations to go. And no voice acting here, so we'll let this upload. I'll keep summarizing the calls instead of reading them all, otherwise I'm going to lose my voice. Screamo. What the hell is Screamo? Do I even want to know? But yeah, the basics of the conversation so far are, let's see. Hello, Mr. O'Donnell. Thank you for shopping at Samara's Flowers. We hereby confirm your order. To Angela. Okay. And we have access to his bank account. Nice. Always worry about what's involved in your emails, folks. You never know who will have access to them. So we will upload the flower order and his bank account number. Nice. This should give us access to his accounts. While they're talking, we're gold digging his account information. Samara's flowers. So that's the flower order. Easy Vids on demand monthly. Supermarket. Some kind of drug customer there. Health insurance. ComDot. Alright. The National Beholder Publishing Inc. So somebody's paying him damn good money. Look how broke this dude was before that. But it was mostly paying for these drugs. These prescriptions. Either he values his hygiene, or it might well be material intended to wash away a freedom memorial. Will include the National Beholder in payment. How dare they not get a voice actor? I mean, would you rather have no voice actor or a bad voice actor? Good point, Maddie. Payment from the National Beholder. Sound like some sort of secret affiliation. Keep looking for more info. I don't think it's that secret. Not for $3,500. A guy his age, planning on doing something dangerous, perhaps? That's everything we can get right now from his account. Let's go to... Here we go. That actually doesn't give me anything. Security warning, unrecognized access. So yeah, Orwell is very sophisticated, but it still will tell you what's going on if somebody hacks you. So let's go to this conversation. Start from top. You got O'Donnell. Well, look who it is. I knew this moment would come one day, but you caught me by surprise. Shh, Juliet. Ever since we first met out on that clear night on the Stelling in Greenfield, I knew it was destiny. I knew you never really meant to. Will you please spare me your juvenile bullshit? So, okay. Stelligan again. This university seems to play a major role for members of thought. So this is her talking about the hack of the website. Okay, we're gonna upload all this. This is them saying he left the group Thought, but then it turns out that Abraham left the group Thought, and then they broke up. Oh, is that so? We still need to keep observing him, though. And then they broke up. Bad voice acting oblivion. Seems like today's new targets have a common history. Something more than belonging to thought. We'll upload this for Mr. Goldfells. Everyone Goldfells disappeared, causing the group to be inactive? They're no longer active? Well, it seems to me like someone still is. Okay, we got a lot to upload here. Give me a second, folks. First, the timeline, now the thought blog. You have a lot to hide, Mr. O'Donnell. And he's a columnist for the National Beholder. He is working for the man. Ha! Hey, I read this one quite regularly. I wasn't at all aware it was our guy. The TMB probably didn't know either. Also, this must be what the large payments he received was for. more confusing by the minute. Why do you hide something on a group's blog from his own members? A hidden agenda, perhaps? Alright. Huh. Knock knock, Harrison. Seems like caught you pants down on that little page of yours. Confused? Well, that's fine. You don't know me, and I like to keep it that way. But I know a lot about you, media punk. If you knew what I know about what you know about what this little group of yours did, you will find it just as hard to ignore that those bombs might just carry your name tag. Get what I'm talking about? So the righteous hacker initiate will expose all information I got on you. Mine interests the cops, won't it? I have no love for the government, but I will do what I must. So give me one good reason not to, and I might reconsider. Okay, so now we got one more person involved. Great. Oh, great. Now there's a hacker involved in all this, because the situation wasn't bad enough as is. I wonder what this is about. Why is this? This is the most pathetic blackmailing attempt I've read in a long time. Oh, he's a blogger. Good. P.S. For your own worst sake, I hope it wasn't you who broke into my bank account. Else you're neck deep in sheep. Wow. So. Let me see if reporting to blackmail gets us more information about it. Seems like we're not the only ones interested in Mr. O'Donnell and his entanglements and all this. I wonder if this guy has any proof for what he claims. Let's see what all that opened up. Still hacked. The national opinion. Wow, he's cleaned up quite a lot. Look at that. Now he just looks like Try. I know that you know that I know you don't know about the thing that they know that you know. Nice. Time in the national opinion column. I'll go and spill the beans right away. Shut the border between us and the Parges now. Will you, please? Can't anyone see what's happening there? I mean, are you blind? Take a look at Triflet, for instance. The situation there seems to be escalating yet again. 2008 much? And just like then, the nation will let itself get dragged into the conflict. Just like then, the Pargesians will see the nation not as a friend who does their best to de-escalate the situation, but as an opponent who invades and seeks cooperation through force. History keeps repeating itself. That's certainly nothing new. The safety of any citizen is of utmost importance. That has been the party's premise ever since 2009, and ever since it has been working like a charm. Oh, so he supports the government. Until now, that is. As some self-proclaimed benefactors in the opposition claim that borders are meant to be open to possible refugees. If I didn't know how we suffered already 9 years back, I would agree without a doubt. I would walk out there and welcome them personally with arms wide open. But I do remember perfectly well. Though my name isn't Nostradamus, let me foretell something. We will see a rise in acts of terrorism in the very close future. Who knows, maybe next week a bomb will go off in the middle of Fairview or Bonton. Don't pretend you haven't been warned when that happens. Thanks a lot, Alex. And here's his blog. Oh god, try you'll get a kick out of this one. Run around naked, eat chocolate pudding from a diaper, insult your mom on timelines. It's mind-boggling how anything, no matter how mundane, will generate attention these days. As long as it's not normal, a construct of society that doesn't make sense, by the way. As long as it's not normal, quote-unquote, a construct of society that doesn't make sense, by the way. And there's a camera around, you can be sure we will hear about it. The ever-present cameras are one reason this site exists, at any rate. Everyone loves the sound of click tsunamis in the morning. I already got a nice plan of my own. As soon as I get myself a handful of like-minded people, we're going to occupy that frickin' elitist university Stellingen, that's for sure. I bet we could scare the cardigan wearing conformists a great deal by just showing our ugly faces. Oh, I'll love to see them running. And hell, I'm ready to be a rock star. I already live in a trailer. Harrison O'Donnell. Live in a trailer. Yes, we're uploading that. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Can you please get more stereotypically antisocial? Oh. 'Cause, 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 Is this him rejecting the cover member's position? This is in conflict with something else, so let's keep digging around. We haven't been on here yet? I thought we were on here. Oh. Okay, so yeah, here's what... Again, this is the game giving us a choice. I want to be nonconformist like everyone else. I'm a nonconformist too. But yeah, so this is again going into the question, who was kind of the main organizer of thought? Was it Harrison or was it Juliet? Now again, if we're trying to build a case against Hancock, we could say, oh, he did it. He did the first one and he did the second one. But if you look at this carefully, as soon as I get myself a handful of like-minded people, we're going to occupy that friggin' elitist university Stelligan. That he's saying he would do that not as a member of thought, and this is before 2015, well before it actually happened. This, I even organized a peaceful protest at the Stelligan campus. This clearly happened with her as a member of thought. So, despite what she may have said, and despite our options, she's clearly the one responsible. Freedom Plaza in Stelligan. Very well. It is a pattern, exactly as we suspected. But we still have no idea about the third location. We need to be diligent now. Lives may hang in the balance. In the worst case that we cannot determine the location on time, well, I might have to conduct an interrogation with Miss Watergate. I want to avoid it, though. She's behaving pretty defiantly, I've been told. Looking at what you found so far, I think I might have enough information to put some pressure on her. I see you. The thoughts are free once again. Knock, Harrison. The thoughts are free once again. We are not done yet, you and me. But first, I must turn to another. Oh, great. What is this idiot about to do? Yeah, everything's back online. Yay. Alright. Third location. Where is the third location they had a thought protest? Thought must change direction. I already uploaded that. Huh. We'll get back to you. This part I may have forgotten. Yeah, I got everything. Oh, this is this is about his trailer. Outskirts camping. That is one ugly place, but I guess it's cheap. Now we know where he's at. That could come in handy. We're gonna upload that. JB, shut up, Mike. I feel a little confused now. Is this thought a blog, an activist group, or a debate club? Perhaps all three. Open up a few more things. This is how the thought started. Nina. Excellent. This is what I needed. Those of you watching playthrough Season 2 knows that Nina is going to be a very interesting character. Now we get to see it come through. Nina. So there's another member we haven't even heard of yet. I will request clearance to make her a target. We've got a green light. So now Nina is a suspected person. We can look up information on her. We'll start with, well, let's go back. We'll start with her online alias. I'm gonna call it a night. Good night. Good night, Nina. Not Nina. Maddie. I'm sorry. Good night, Maddie. What a strange alias name. Got my mind on the game and the game on my mind. But thanks for dropping by, Maddie. We'll see you next time. Was this really a meme, though? I don't remember this being a meme. Like, maybe I'm just too out of touch with what young people find meme-worthy these days. The government only kiss of ass kissing motherfucking turds. Oh. How about holding a proclamation on a government building? So, this is them trying to figure out their demonstration and how they're going to do it. This is why. Yeah. So what just happened? Here's what just happened. Unlocking Nina as a suspected person opened up another file in the thought log. This is them planning their first demonstration. We already know. We'll upload this because so an activist group after all, and now we know who had a primary say in that. We're also gonna have to upload something else here to determine his alignment. Whether or not he's actually changed his mind and is now pro-government and wants to make the nation great again, or if he's still just secretly a revolutionary at heart. But the change of music happened because we have these two conflicting data chunks. We have the proclamation. He's saying we need to do the first demo at a government building. She's saying we need to do it at Bonton Mall. So either of these locations are the third location that we're looking for, because the two bombings happened, one at Silicon University and one at the Freedom Plaza. So one of these are it. Now, let me go back here. We're not going to upload anything just yet. Here. This is what we need first. Her feelings about the police. I bet this goes both ways. And her being involved in some kind of event. Interesting. What did she do for thought that she might have messed up? And that lets us upload this and make a cogent case. Again, using my mythical abilities of having played this game before, we're going to upload this one. This Nina planned it? Are you sure? A mall? Or that must be it then. That's where the third bomb will be. But there are dozens of malls in Boston. Which one is it? Alright, if that is all we have, it's what we have to work with. So, let's get this interrogation thing going before we run out of time. I'm actually located at the same facility where Miss Watergate is being detained. Has some black site on the outside of town. I will have her moved to an interrogation room and walk across. To cover my identity, I will connect her via an internal hardline. Let's just hope that what you have provided us with gives us enough leverage on her. I'll open a connection for you to eavesdrop. After all, this is your case too. Plus, we need all the possible info found in Orwell. Hold on. So I believe we built up enough of a case to where we can lean on Cassandra here. Let's find out. Who is this? Why can't you just leave me alone? Miss Watergate, my name is Symes. Wait, Symes, you can go fuck yourself. I already told the other guy everything over and over. It wasn't me who hurt the, We have new evidence that states otherwise, which is why you are in custody. Again. But that's not what this is about. We're investigating the bombings at Freedom Plaza and Stelligan. I just want to ask you some questions. Cooperate, and it might reflect positively on you. Oh, you want to frame me for this as well? I must be such a busy terrorist. I was right here in prison while I set up a goddamn bomb at Stelligan. We know you didn't trigger the bomb at Stelligan. Maybe not even the one at Freedom Plaza. We do know, however, you have been in close contact with a group called Thought. What? They have nothing to do with it. I want to talk to my lawyer, right now. You mean that boyfriend of yours, Joseph Langley? My boyfriend? You know that? We know a lot about you, Miss Watergate. I don't need to call him then. Now shove off. Your defiance towards me is not advisable. What about your parents, Bruno and Alice? They've got a nice company, don't they? Association with a criminal case against their daughter, yet again, could have hurt them badly. Last time in custody, all they ever did about it was suggesting I leave my position as junior CEO. Does that give you the impression of a perfect family? Well, have it your way then. We have your confession in regards to that nasty incident with the police officer. You'll have to go through that whole process again. It's going to drag on for a long time. And where did you get this supposed confession? I never did anything. Miss Carrington stated this in a conversation with you. Have you been spying on us, you dirty little government blank? Christian Stream, remember? Well, I hope you also noted that she stated this happened in defense. Indeed, we did note that. That does mean you have nothing on me. It seems my colleagues didn't tell you I've been assessed as potentially dangerous, did they? Heh, potentially dangerous. I like the sound of that. Ugh, me so dangerous. This is not a joke, Miss Watergate. See, it's all in this profile here. In accordance with the safety bill, people being assessed as potentially dangerous may be held in custody for a very, very long time until they are deemed no longer a threat. Bullshit. You can't just make something and flag me as dangerous just because it suits your case. It's an official investigative result. We can even double the time span you'll sit in here with a police record like yours. No. Why? I hope you will like your cell and your cellmates, but cooperate and avoid this at once. Why are you doing this to me? Just answer my questions and I might be able to help. I don't know what you expect from me. I first went to the Freedom Plaza demo. I don't know much about their plans. We know a person going by the name of Nina had plans to storm a mall. Do you know which one? Mall? Mall? Yes, a mall was mentioned once or twice. I think it's that huge place, the Circle Mall. The Circle Mall. Are you completely sure? Yes, I think so. Alright, this will have to suffice. Wait, what about this reflecting positively on me, huh? Your cooperation will be noted. All will be dealt with in due time. Goodbye. Woo! You know what, Try? We're gonna leave that one alone. I guess that went good. Thank God you provided valuable info. So here's the thing. Everything about her wasn't deemed legally viable. If we had posted the original thing where she admitted to doing it in attacking the officer and not the part about self-defense, we would lose the connection with Juliet, but we would have had more to lean on her to get her to give up more information or quicker. However, because we uploaded the stuff about her mental illness, according to the safety bill, with her record, that makes her potentially criminally dangerous. So that was more than enough to lean on her. And it's the you can judge for yourselves if that was a fair use of a person's mental illness and medication and treatment as far as this goes. But we got what we needed to get. Unfortunately for Miss Watergate, I cannot do much for her. It just doesn't work like this. What's in Orwell is in Orwell, and acting upon it is mandatory. I know what you must think now, but would you rather not save these people? We did the right thing, you and me. Looks like the biggest mall in all of Boston, the Circle Mall, is our target. All hell will surely break loose once the report goes out, but I don't think we have a choice. Add the data chart to Cassandra's profile, and I will inform the cavalry so they can do their job. Alright. So, we now have a location. Hopefully this will stop a terrorist attack. Okay, it's done. Evacuation is in progress. Better keep our fingers crossed that we're right and that we're not too late already. Now, all we can do is wait. For being depressed? Yes. Mike, always good to have you around, man. You have a good night. We're actually probably going to call it after this case, too, and pick up later. 2 days is a lot. It's not like the time before where I was just banging away at the keyboard for 4 hours trying to figure out what to do. But let's get the results of this first. Did we stop the bombing? Yeah, have a good night, Mike. The report is out. Yeah, this game, the Orwell Season 1 is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so the report is out. Jesus, what's taking so long? This waiting around makes me feel so helpless. But I really think you did fine. I shall. Homemade explosive device has been found by local police units on the scene at the Circle Mall. We did it! We saved all those people. Your diligence was brilliant. Next up, we'll pull this Nina apart and find out who is really responsible for all this mess. Really, great work. Get some rest. You deserve it. Alright. So we stopped the bombing. Had we not had any of... And this is the brilliant part about the game, Kita, which I really like. Had we not... or if we had portrayed them as innocent and thought it was just this innocent students group and we didn't upload any information about them that could have leaned on Cassandra, we would not have found the bomb in time and there would have been another explosion. So, and so one of the overall points of the game that's absolutely brilliant. There are actually terrorists. You are actually trying to stop people from dying. It's not like this technology is sitting around for you to spy on people for no cause. You are actually trying to stop evil from happening on the nation. The question is, can you take that power too far? Is it justified? Like, with Cassandra, we used her depression against her in order to get this information. And she's now going to be, she's basically going to be in prison for being depressed. That's the only real evidence we had on her. So, does that just, do the means justify the ends? So, it's that kind of, the subtleties and the way the story is woven goes a long, long way in Season 1. Just, it's absolutely brilliant. But before we go, we have one more decision to make. Because once we go into the next day, the data chunks of the previous day can't be used. So, the last question we need to answer is Harrison O'Donnell a good citizen of the nation? Or is he some punk ass kid? Now, if you see here, we have two data chunks conflicting with this position. So there's more evidence against him than for him. So what we're going to do is put in hostile towards the government. And that'll be our last act for today. The kind of hostile that builds bombs, most likely. And with that, we'll close it out. All right. We were successful. Due to your efforts, a bombing at the Circle Mall was prevented. We did good work here, people. Good job all around. So, I do think that'll do it for tonight. I don't want to do another 4-hour stream just doing Orwell. And holy crap, it is almost midnight anyway. But so, the next time I stream will probably be Wednesday or Thursday, one or the other. And we'll pick up. It is not a long game, so probably the next session we'll get through the rest of the game, depending on how fast I go. Because day 3 is a pain. Hunting Nina and building up. That's when we build up a full case. Like, we have to prove either she built the bombs or somebody else in thought. And if you were watching the season 2 stream, you already kind of know how that goes. But just if you didn't see that stream and you weren't there with me, don't watch the stream. So I'm just gonna say it like that. Avoid it so that you can see it unfold. Because building the case against thought, and not THOT, the clean thought, not the clean thought. Let me. Building the case and everything that goes into it is extraordinarily impressive, and it shows what the game and the storytelling of the game is really capable of. But for now, we're gonna call an end to it. I will put a link to the game in Try's Discord and somewhere in the information box for the stream if anybody's interested. If you do buy the game, leave him a review. Tell him that JP from Venus now sent you over and recommended the game. For now, thank you guys for thoughts and questions. Akita. My impression of Akita has changed so much in these 2 hours. But thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. I appreciate it. It actually worked out pretty well, all things considered. Once the stream stopped going crazy, it worked out very well. So, on that note, we're going to end it there, and we'll pick up Wednesday or Thursday, and we'll continue on with Season 1, the absolutely brilliant Orwell Season 1. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I've been JP the Third, and I'll see you in the next one.